but hold on. So I'm going to go back here. All right, and then we're going to hit record in five, four, three. We are officially live on Monday evening, August 11th, back for another episode of the Go Team. I am Daniel. I'm here with Chip. We've got some new camera things that we're working out here. Trying not to switch the camera back and forth between the two of us, trying to focus on both of us at the same time. How we doing tonight, Chip?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Fabulous on this wonderful Monday. Uh, you know, always great. It's always a great feeling heading in when you get to like the middle of August and you start to sense that you get closer and closer to college football. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah,
We're
totally.
less than 2 weeks away from week zero.
Man, I don't know why, but I thought I was quicker than that. But yeah, you guess you're right. Yeah, it's 2 weeks. Because what to say tomorrow's the 12th. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Do I have any idea who plays week zero? I have zero clue.
Kansas State and Iowa State.
Is it a Dublin game again or something?
I don't think
It,
so. I could be
those
wrong.
those Dublin games, I hate on it. If LSU ever plays one of those, I'm going to go ballistic. But they're always entertaining.
Yeah, yeah. They're great. A lot of good memories of week zero growing up. They stopped it for a while, didn't they?
The Pigskin Classic back in the day,
Didn't they
right?
used to they had it every year and then they stopped it, right? For a little while.
Yeah, they did, but then it came back with the neutral sites. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to pull it up real quick. Iowa State, Kansas State is correct.
Okay.
It is in Manhattan, Kansas.
That'll be
Uh,
cool.
11
I mean,
o'clock kickoff,
that's cool.
and then there's a bunch of shitty games too.
I
Uh,
know.
Unless you're into Indiana State, UNLV, Fresno at Kansas, Sam Houston at Western Kentucky, and then Stanford at Hawaii.
Yep. Doing a season with them right now on NCAA.
Is
Uh,
Hawaii still trash?
I think they're no, in the game, no. They have
In
like
real life? In real life.
I don't think so. I think Chang's got them on the up and up, the
He's got them on
upswing.
the up and up.
They got two good wide receivers, yeah, and they have like they have a freshman four-star starting quarterback now.
Did
Like
they
he,
did they finish the new stadium?
no, they still have the one that's around their track.
The high school stadium.
Yeah,
Hawaii football
the
is still playing.
NCAA game has it too, like that.
That's
It's pretty
actually
well.
cool that the game has it
Yeah, it did
in the high
last
school.
year. It had like some random stadium last year. This year it has like the track and everything out there.
Yeah, it what would be cool in the game is if you could add on to the state. If you could do a dynasty with Hawaii and then add on to the stadium as you start winning and building the program.
Yeah, it would be awesome. I'm surprised you can't.
I guess because aren't stadiums like trademark
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
It
Well,
probably has to do with that.
here's what's weird is so Northwestern has played. Have you heard about that stadium?
Yeah, they've been building a new stadium for like 3 years, but they're behind schedule, so they're still having to play
Well, they play
somewhere
like it's
else.
like right on the. I guess is that the Chicago River? I think it's.
Lake Michigan.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, thought it was in Chicago. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Chicago
Well,
is on Lake Michigan, so I'm
yeah. So yeah,
assuming
it's
it's
Lake Michigan. I get. Yeah, it's like right on the lake. It's cool looking, but they in the game they still have their old stadium. It kind of irritates me. It's not their stadium anymore.
uh, but is the new one done? Is it?
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
like it.
They're playing in that stadium again this year. The makeshift stadium. They literally made it.
So the infamous Tiger droppings joke that it'll never be ready in time. Northwestern football, it actually wasn't ready in time.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Well, Vandy too. Vandy's like 3 years off schedule. They just finished theirs. Vandy's got a full stadium now. It's not a horseshoe anymore.
Man, Vandy. Are we going to Vandy this year? Are we going to that game?
I mean, I've been once. It was weird.
I I got a guy who can hook us up in Nashville if we can go.
Yeah.
However, I doubt I'll be able to. I doubt I'm the one who will be able to go. But
No,
anyway,
you won't be able to go.
let's be realistic here. Lots of positive feedback about last night's episode. Everybody said all of the feedback that I got personally on Twitter was our take about the Baton Rouge media was spot on. That it's basically that the Baton Rouge media, it's just a social club. It might as well be the Rotary Club, where they're all just there to hang out and have lunch together and not actually report anything. And something I noticed on Twitter today, Chip, I don't know if you noticed this. I'm gonna bring this up to you for the first time. But on Twitter, we obviously everybody today's practice was open to the media. Did you notice that like at least 5 to 10 Baton Rouge media members, all of their tweets about practice, it's the exact same notes.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah, for sure.
exact same
Yes,
like
because I think it's just like Hunt and Scone that go to it.
well, even outside of the 1045 guys, like even some of the independent podcasts, some of the recruiting websites, they all have the same notes. It
That's
literally
scary.
started off with 30-yard pass from Garrett Nussmeier to Barry Brown. That was the first note on like 5 to 6 different tweets that I saw. And it was the same exact notes every time. I feel like a high
That's
school teacher
that's
where
scary.
I feel like a high school teacher where every student turned in the same exact thing for homework. Like, what are we doing here, guys? You know, speaking for the LSU fan base, if we follow you, we probably follow everybody on Twitter that covers LSU sports. So y'all don't need to share the same tweets. Y'all can break it up a little bit.
Was
Maybe they
Jacques
should.
the same? Was Jacques the same as everybody?
No, Jacques
And I
wasn't
kind
one
of
of
I
them.
feel I love Jacques, you know.
I got a
So
lot of respect for Jacques Doucet. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
the godfather
Jacques is
of
great
well,
and a good guy too.
great guy, great human.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know who the godfather. That maybe that's for another day. Who would be the godfather of LSU sports media?
What? That's alive,
Yeah, that's still around.
Charlie.
Ooh, Hannah Griff's a good one. I get Hannah Griff's the easy one.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can't disagree with that.
I always love him. So
So we'll move on from that topic.
mhm.
We'll vent about it another day. Um, Tonight we're here to talk about LSU's secondary. We're going to break down position groups. You know, everybody starts with the offense, everybody starts with the quarterbacks, running backs. We're going to do it kind of the opposite way around. We're going to start with the secondary, be a little bit different. So, context here, the secondary, the defense as a whole in 2024 was much improved from 2023 when poor Matt House, who gets the blame for that season's just abomination of a defense. Um, the
Why do you
20,
say poor Matt House? I mean,
I think he gets his unfair share of the blame for that. I think there's enough blame to go around, but Matt House is the scapegoat.
uh, I mean, well, yeah, he's the head of the defense.
Yeah, I think everybody. Listen, I liked Coach Steeples, Robert
Yeah, I do
Steeples,
too. Oh, I
great
like
guy.
Stephens.
He shoulders some of that blame. So those players shoulder some of that blame. The head coach shoulders some of that blame.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I
But
agree. But
it's like Matt House was the reason, is the excuse for the fan base.
But the year before, you told me, I remember us at the end of the season being like, "Yeah, Matt House," because we were kind of into him, you know, for a second there, and we're like, D line got tired,
I see that.
and then we're
That was my thing, and I still kind of hold on to that. I thought Matt House did a good job in 2022.
he did,
And
he
so
did. I mean, we were undermanned at D line.
yeah, it was after that Alabama game because we weren't rotating on the D line because we had no other bodies. After that Alabama game where everybody played 95% of snaps, it was just like we lost the momentum on defense.
Well, then they played amazing during the Arkansas game. The D line played incredible, and then after that, because they were a physical team. If you don't remember, that Arkansas team was pretty physical.
And that was a game where a guy wearing number 40 on defense really made a ton of individual plays that probably won that game for you. Harold Perkins.
Yeah, that's why you get good players. They do
Oh
that.
yeah. No, absolutely. Um, but so I thought Matt House gets an unfair, like he's probably 50%, but it's not. People paint him that he was 100% of the problem that year, and I don't think that's fair.
Well, the players certainly thought he was.
He was not a likable guy, apparently, according to the players or interactions with the players.
Yeah,
Eh,
I'm sure he's a nice guy. I never thought that he was like a bad person or anything. But the players. I would love to hear that story one day. I never understood that one.
So fast forward 2024, we now have a very player forward, a player friendly defensive coordinator. For the record, I absolutely love Blake Baker. And if
Hmm.
it were up to me,
He'd be
this
the
is
head
my
coach.
yeah, this is my controversial take that Chip already knows. If it were up to me, Blake Baker would be the head coach. Save the 10 million, use that on your revenue sharing that Brian Kelly gets paid and make Blake Baker your head coach. So there's not a bigger fan of Blake Baker than myself.
I think Blake Baker is going to be a hell of a head coach one day.
I agree with that. Um, so last year's defense was much improved against the. We're going to talk just against the pass tonight. We'll talk against the run another night. Against the pass last year, we gave up 224.3 yards per game through the air. That was good for 10th in the SEC out of 16 teams now. I think they get when I was looking at the stats, the one thing that is probably the stat that stuck out to me the most about why we weren't effective defensively was we were last in the SEC in interceptions.
Yeah, the takeaways weren't there.
They just weren't there. And part of that was I went back and looked at the previous, I went back and looked at 2024, 2022, 2023 and 2022. Two players in particular were 3-year starters on those teams. Who am I talking about here, Chip? We all know.
Uh, for the 2022, like they're different players.
Yeah, for who were starting members of the secondary in all three of those seasons?
Um,
Sage Ryan,
they draw. Oh, you're talking about
Major
us,
Burns.
the two guys. Yeah, the two.
How many career interceptions did Sage Ryan have?
One.
One. Who did he intercept?
Bauer Sharp.
Now LSU tight end Bauer Sharp. So he started, hold on, how many games? I got my notes here. 35 games. Sage Ryan started or played in 35 games. Uh didn't start every single one of those because he bounced back between corner and safety. Uh, but he played significantly in 35 games and had one interception, none against a quarterback. Follow up, how many interceptions did Major Burns have? He's played and started all 40 games.
I know of one. I know of one against was it Western Michigan or something? Michigan, and then did he have another one? I don't think he had one last year, did he?
Major Burns has one career interception.
Against something. What's the shark fucker dude against him?
No, that game he did not have an interception.
Yes, he did. He returned it for a touchdown. Major
His
Burns.
his one interception, according to LSUsports.net, my research today, was against Missouri in
And he,
2023 that he
they,
did return for a touchdown with 41 seconds to go in the game.
dude, I'm telling you, go look at the stats for Western. I promise you, he took one to the house.
We're gonna have to look that up. I did a stat check last night. I'm gonna put that on
2021. Did
not
you not?
21.
He
20
played in 2021.
I didn't go back as far as 2021. So maybe that's where I'm missing one.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
just went
yeah,
I just went the last 3 years under Brian Kelly.
yeah. Well, yeah. He started the beginning of the year for the first like two or three games, and I thought he was pretty good. And yeah, he had a pick. It was either down to the one or a pick. I think it was a pick six. I think both his interceptions were pick sixes.
Yeah, I didn't look at 2021 stats. I'm talking just Brian Kelly's era here.
Oh, okay, okay.
So 3 seasons, 2 interceptions between those two guys combined.
It's not good.
And not good. And the one that Major Burns returned for a touchdown, the receiver was open. It was a horrible throw by Brady Cook.
Yeah.
He underthrew him. Otherwise, if he just floats the ball, he's got him wide open and they probably gain 30 yards
Yeah,
and
because
maybe score.
we miss a tackle. Yeah, was it to Luther Burden? So it's probably a touchdown
I don't
that
remember who
year.
the receiver
Every time
was.
he touched it, there was two of them. Was it Blease and Burden, right?
Yeah.
The
So
transfer from Oklahoma.
is it safe to say that there's going to be addition by subtraction?
Yeah, I think you got some dogs on the defense this year. I think in the secondary.
You've got a lot of options in the secondary.
Yeah,
Like writing, just going down a list. I had to make a list to keep up with everything. There's so many guys with experience. I think that's the big thing is you won't be forced to play Major Burns. You won't be forced to play Sage Ryan because it felt like the only other options were like true freshmen, whether it was Deshaun Spears last year, Toviano the year before, and the coaching staff just wasn't comfortable putting those freshmen out there. Where this year, you've got options.
oh yeah,
And
oh yeah.
so let's start with the returners. The biggest name returning in the secondary, and a lot of people forget, like this guy's going to be a secondary player this year, is Harold Perkins. You know, he's going to play the star position. Um,
Like
Chip,
you
you
did at
give me,
Missouri.
yeah, you give me your thoughts first. Then I'll
Um, I like him rushing the quarterback. You know, I don't know. It's weird. I know this is a kind of a cop out. I'm curious to see. Blake Baker coaching. We'll see. I didn't think it was. I mean, listen, his season wasn't bad his sophomore year. People act like it was terrible. It was not. It was a good season. He was a solid player. He was an all SEC. I don't know if he was all SEC, but he should have been. Uh, and yeah, I think he's gonna. I think if as long as he stays healthy, I think he's gonna be good.
I think you
I
have
guess he was
to,
too much of an undersized middle linebacker.
yeah, I think you have to have context here. Okay. Um, the best comp that I could come up with is a Danny McCray, 2008. Like that's going to be because you in 2008, let's rewind, you had Harry Coleman and Brandon Taylor were your safeties. And so Danny McCray was your nickel back at a time you were coming out of an era in college football where that fifth DB was a safety, but then teams started to take advantage of that. And in the last 10, 15 years since then, well, more than that now, since then, teams usually use a cornerback in that position. But the game is evolving again, and it's more of a run first game in college football than it is a pass
Yeah,
first game.
power
And
spread.
yeah, everybody's spreading you out and running the ball now because teams are struggling to develop quarterbacks and a passing attacks because quarterbacks are transferring like crazy.
Yep.
So I think it is more of a Danny McCray than, a Tyrann Mathieu, and I know I'm talking about the greatest defensive player in the history of LSU football, but a Ron Brooks. You're gonna get what you're gonna get from Harold Perkins against the pass is probably more of what you got from Danny McCray than what you're going to get from a traditional nickel corner star position guy. Last year was Major Burns that played that position after Perkins's injury. And so this is a position that is designed to be more of a true secondary player instead of a linebacker. Harold Perkins is a linebacker. So we are giving something up to put your best player in a position to succeed. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't think so. With that said, I don't think it's realistic to say that this LSU defense this year is going to be elite at stopping other teams from throwing the ball. We're not going to be just a lockdown secondary all the way across the board. But I think we're going to be much better because you have addition by subtraction and then by some of these other guys that you have. But when you're constantly playing with three linebackers on the field, because Harold Perkins is a linebacker, who will be a linebacker at the next level, you're going to be more susceptible to teams with potent passing attacks.
Who's the linebacker from for Dallas? He played for Clemson.
Are you talking, did Micah Parsons? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, Micah Parsons, the roving linebacker. I mean, I don't know what you
Yeah.
even call him, but I think that's what Harold Perkins will play, just like he did at Clemson. He shined. So
It's
I
really
think
more of like a defensive end position there. Um, in like a 3-4 scheme, where we're
mm.
running a 4-3 scheme, basically.
I mean, he's athletic and fast enough. I'll say that. Like he's as fast as any DB we got.
That's 100%. I
Yeah.
think
So
you're just giving up in terms of how good can this defense be. I think you are a little bit limited on first and second down. Ideally, you shut people down on first and second down. On third down, you're able to change out your personnel and bring in a PJ Woodland, and you can adjust.
yeah, and you put him on the line
Yeah.
to rush.
But
You
if
put him.
teams are going tempo, it's college football and they're going fast, they can scheme you and kind of take advantage of that if that's what you want to do. So I think it's
They
the
can.
right call. Um, I do. I would, if it were me, I'd put Harold Perkins at linebacker and live with it at a traditional linebacker spot. But obviously, that's not something that's worked the last 2 years. So I think they're doing what they're going all in on this, and I
Yeah.
don't fault them for it. But you're giving something up by giving your best player freedom, you're giving up something. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I mean that's a fair statement. I do think though he's going to be pretty good. I'm not really too worried about him.
I'm worried about him week one.
Yes,
After
yeah,
after
I'm worried about that game just in general. I mean,
after
but
that, I don't think there's a quarterback on the schedule except for maybe when you play Oklahoma at the very last game of the season. I don't think there's a quarterback that can just tear you apart throwing the ball.
yeah, people don't. I mean, Klubnik's a dog. Klubnik can run too. Klubnik's athletic. Like
Yeah.
so, Klubnik could be a wide receiver if he wanted to.
Yeah.
He's that good. Yeah. It's going to be a
And
tough game. I don't, but I do think we're better at the safety position. Obviously.
so
Uh,
let's talk about Jordan transfer segue there. Jordan Gilbert returns. What are your thoughts?
um, I mean, maybe he's healthy this year. I don't know. Maybe that was what it was. He
That's the
did
note
look a
I
lot.
have.
He did look a lot better against Baylor. I mean, not that that is saying that. I mean, he definitely was like hitting people at the point of the attack, like he was coming downhill more than he ever was. I mean, I definitely think something was bothering him.
It's documented. He had shoulder issues.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, he wore the spider pad. You could see
yeah,
it.
he was
Uh,
definitely shying away from contact. So he was,
and he
my
wasn't against Baylor.
take on it is he was part of those three safeties: Gilbert, Burns, Ryan. The three of them combined last year were as soft as Charmin. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
How much of Gilbert was because of injury? I personally hope it was a lot. But like I said to open this, you've got other options at safety this year.
Oh
You're not
yeah.
going to be stuck with having to play him. And you're not going to be stuck having to play him if he's banged up.
And all reports are the safeties are good, but then again, who knows? Uh,
Well, yeah. Well, let's talk about Ashton Stamps next.
well,
Uh,
are we talk? You want to talk about the other two safeties though? I mean,
I broke it up into guys that are
oh, who are
returning.
back? Okay, so Stamps. Yeah, I mean, I like Stamps. I thought Stamps played good last year. I didn't think he was that bad. I thought he was.
I have a love hate relationship with Pro Football Focus ratings
Oh, is that what
ranking.
he got rated good?
I have a love hate relationship. I think everybody does because they're so inexact. There's no exact science to it. You have no idea who's coming up with these rankings. You have no idea what metrics they're using, but they're great talking points when they favor you. When they favor one of your players, they're great talking points. And
Yeah.
so, according to Pro Football Focus, Ashton Stamps was a top 5 cornerback in the SEC last year.
I don't think he was a top five quarterback, but I didn't think he was the problem at all. Like, I
No.
mean, he seemed to have pretty good coverage skills for the most part, and he was. I mean, they all played pretty good against Ole Miss, and that's what I was, and they all played pretty bad against Alabama. So
Yeah.
I thought he had a good season compared to.
Yeah, I think he's above, I would say he's an above average SEC player. I would like to see him take that next step.
Yeah, and he was very low recruited. So, I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next guy, PJ Woodland.
I mean, I love PJ Woodland. I think I like PJ Woodland because he's confident and he's going to he's gonna get some PIs, but he's gonna work his ass off. I love that dude.
And he's going to wear two mouthpieces
Oh yeah.
while he is getting that pass interference. But he is going to mix it up. And according to shout out Buddy Sanji, who could be in maybe runner up for Godfather of LSU sports media.
Oh yeah, buddy. He's
Buddy
been
says that PJ Woodland might be pushing the starting cornerbacks, Stamps and Delaney. How do we say his name?
The VT guy, yeah, Delaney.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so maybe he's pushing those guys for that level of playing time instead of just being a nickel back, a nickel
Yeah,
corner.
I
So
mean,
so
yeah, because
take
they say
that.
Delaney might play the nickel right corner.
Well, it looks like Delaney, and I'm jumping ahead here, but it looks like Delaney has solidified himself as the number one corner on this team.
Yeah, I think I watched him play last year. He's a dog.
Yeah.
You noticed him, like those play, like that's what you noticed him when he played. You knew he was different than the other Virginia Tech guys.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not going to say he's all world or anything, but I do think he has a chance to be an all conference player. Maybe not
Round
first team.
Rounding out the returners before we go into Delaney or Delane, however you say his name. Um, the returners, I preface this, the returners that are relevant. Deshaun Spears and Toviano. How do we
I mean, I want to see him play. I
I
want
tell
to
you
see
what,
Deshaun Spears. I want to see Deshaun Spears in live game action for more than just 1.5 games.
yes, I'd like to see him in better
I don't,
situations.
I'd like to see him last year. I mean, but that's gone, done and gone. But I think I mean,
He
he's
looks
a
the
stud.
part, man.
He
He
looks the part. He's identical looking to who's the guy for the Browns? He played safety for us.
I think he's bigger than that. You're talking about Blinton, I mean not Thorpe Award winner Grant Delpit. Sorry, took
Delpit.
me a
He
second
looked
there.
to me.
Took me
He
way too long.
reminds me of Delpit, but that's just because it's recent, I guess. He might be more Laron.
A Harry Coleman. Only because I looked up that name from 2008 earlier because I was thinking Danny McCray. Uh,
Well, Danny McCray was more of a linebacker looking, than the Coleman was more of your like
Safety. Yeah.
blow you up safety.
And that's what
Craig
Spears looks
Lawson.
like.
Craig
Yes,
Lawson.
that old school style guy. And he's
Yeah.
massive, massive wingspan. It will Toviano see the field? Supposedly struggling again in fall camp.
I suppose he had a good day today.
Okay. I love
Uh,
Toviano. When he gets in there, I feel like he's always in the fight.
yes,
Uh
he's gonna bust his ass, and that's
yeah.
yeah.
But it seems like there's something mental that's keeping him off the field. And obviously he had his legal issues at the beginning of fall camp last year that probably derailed everything too.
Yeah, he came back though. He wasn't too bad last year.
Yeah, but he missed time early and I think he never really recovered from that.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Gotta stay out of trouble, man.
new additions. I rank them I'm going in order of highest recruited according to 24/7's transfer portal rankings because what's more scientific than that. So, Mansour Delane, cornerback, Virginia Tech, number 4 in your program, number 1 on the depth chart. How do we feel about him?
I'm excited. I mean, he's better than what we've had. Although I do think the 2022 defensive backs were pretty good. The kid from Oklahoma State, the Evangel guy, I thought, and then the kid from ULL, the big.
Well, that was my comp. was that he's probably more of a Bernard Converse,
I'll take
Mackay.
that.
Yeah, I think he's more of those guys than I don't think he's going to walk in here and be Derek Stingley. I don't obviously not Derek Stingley.
No,
He's not going to be
Corey
he's not going to be
Webster.
a first round pick,
Yeah, he's not going to be Corey Webster. He's not going to be.
but
But
he
I will
is
take Bernard Converse, who's still in the league, and
exactly he's an
yeah.
NFL player, and that's something we Zy Alexander did he make an NFL? Is he on a
No,
roster?
I don't
Yeah.
think so. Yeah,
Nothing against Zy Alexander.
he
It-
played. He played as good as he could play. But
yeah.
I thought
Mansoor
Zai was
Del
okay last year too. I thought
Mans-
I.
Mansoor Delane from Silver Spring, Maryland. What former Tigers from Silver Spring, Maryland?
I'm gonna
Number
go. I'm gonna go either. Is he like a famous player? Was it a tight
num
end?
Number one. You nailed it here. You're on the right track here. Number one
Was it
recruit.
Barrington Edwards?
No, number one rated tight
Tight end.
end.
Yeah. Gosh, was it? Didn't you have his jersey?
I have his jersey in my house.
Yeah, he was. What was he? 82? I forget. I'm
82,
trying.
David Jones.
David. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for one of those forgotten Tigers from the early 2000s.
Yeah. Squatty tight end.
Yeah. But
Who
Delane
could?
had 4 interceptions last year. So we were
Yeah.
last in the SEC with 6 interceptions as a team. Delane had 4, or Delaney. I don't know how to say his name.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the 3 games I watched Virginia Tech play, he was their best player. So
Yes. Moving on, next highest recruited guy according to 247.
why are you looking
Jakeem.
at 247? Isn't it on three now? That's the good one.
Yeah, I don't do that for transfer portal rankings. So I don't like the transfer portal rankings on 3. So I'm gonna pick and choose which one LSU looks better in. Jakeem Jackson was the next highest rated guy. 6 foot 190 from Kissimmee, Florida. Was recruited by Corey Raymond, highly recruited guy. He was a starter to open the season last year for Florida
And in
until
the end of his freshman year.
yeah, and the end of his freshman year. So he played as a true freshman, was slated to be a starter last year. Injury ended his season after 2 games last year.
Yeah, I haven't heard too much. I haven't heard negatives, but I think he's maybe still recovering a little bit. He's probably got to, you got to get over that injury. I don't know what it was, his leg, right?
I
Lower,
did,
lower body injury.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was a dog. He was a top 50 player. We
So
wanted
this
him.
so this goes back to the original thing I said is you've got a lot of options, you
Yes.
know. And so where last year it was like, oh, are we going to move Sage Ryan back to cornerback if somebody gets hurt? Like
Uh,
you've got the luxury of here's a guy who is a starter in the SEC who's fighting to be on the second team right now. Behind, I
yeah.
mean, it's almost like there's a clear 1, 2, 3 when it comes to Stamps, Delaney, Woodland, and it's like the next tier of guys. I think Jackson is in that tier, um, fighting for reps on the second team. So you've got depth. He adds
Yeah,
depth there.
absolutely.
Next highest recruited guy in the transfer portal, AJ Halsey from safety from Houston, number
Yeah,
13. We'll
that
be wearing
guy's
number 13. I love that look.
yeah, that guy stands out.
Yes.
And
Uh,
he is clearly like not that. I mean, Houston ain't a bad place. I mean, he's a stud. He played at LSU before,
because he played at New Mexico, right?
New Mexico State.
Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
not the Lobos,
Here's the
what's the
thing: he has
Aggies?
been successful everywhere he's been. It's at the highest level, no, but you're in the Big 12, and I, what do you have? 4 interceptions last year. He's
Five
had
interceptions at Houston last year on
oh
his way to being,
five. Oh, so
yeah,
he has like
on it.
7 all time.
7 career interceptions, 5 at Houston. He was first team all Big 12 last year.
Yeah,
Uh, and Blake Baker said today in his press conference, just has a knack for the football.
I'm
And like,
excited about him, and I bet I said that when he first came here to you. Remember? So, but it was a guy I usually don't get all excited about the transfer portal this year. But that guy, I was pretty. He's pretty good. Like I looked
yes,
at his stuff, I was like, that guy's a. Who he reminds me of. You know who he is? He is who was it not Travis Daniels, but what's the other? What was the safety? Daniels.
Jesse Daniels.
Jesse Daniels. Yes, he built a lot like him. That dude. I mean, he looks like a beast, dude. I'm not gonna say what I want to say, but that dude looks like a straight.
In
That dude.
36,
I would mess
30,
with that dude.
36 games played, 33 started in his career over the last 3 seasons. He has 259 career tackles. Like this dude has been around the block a time or two. And I'm like you, I'm skeptical when it comes to transfer portal guys because you never know how they're going to do in the SEC.
Yeah.
I'm planting my flag on this one.
I would think I'll be shocked if he doesn't have a good year on this
Yes.
one.
I
Like
think
he's ready. He's SEC ready, and he's a dog. He's a great get. I like that. However you pulled him from Miami, which is a hard place to pull people because I know they wanted him. He's he's a stud.
he is everything that Sage Ryan wasn't. Not,
Yes, he's a
not,
football player. This guy's a football player.
yes. I always thought Sage was a
He-
little bit of a prima donna, more of an offensive player than a defensive player. This
yeah,
guy's a defensive player. My only concern is, and this is a good thing, is he is thick. 222 pounds for a
yeah.
safety, 6 foot, 6 foot, 222,
He's
not six.
stocky.
He's stocky. I like our chances of being a much better team defending the run because of Harold Perkins, because of Halsey. Uh, you just got some bodies out there that are not afraid to get dirty. We're not going to be riding people to the sideline afraid to make tackles this year.
And I think he's progressed since I mean he's done pretty well since the day he showed up. He's gotten better and better every practice.
Yeah.
And you just keep hearing more and more about him as he's learning the system because he wasn't here in the spring.
Yes, that's the other thing. He wasn't here in the spring.
He wasn't here in the spring.
Where the other guy, the last guy in the transfer portal guys for the secondary, Tamarcus Cooley, safety from NC State. I hate the number 0. I hate it. The jersey number.
I like it. I'm a big
I
number. I like zeros. But I would like it as a D tackle. But
don't like it. Although
yeah,
Xavier Thomas pulls it off, but that's for another day.
yeah.
So this is his third team in 3 seasons. I do think, okay, as much as I am on Halsey, I'm a little out on Cooley because this is his third team in 3 years. He hasn't been a full-time starter anywhere before this.
I thought he was at North Carolina State.
He played Nickelback and
Oh.
not the band, and he only started 9 of their 13 games. So he was not a full-time.
Yeah, he was originally at Maryland, right?
He was at Maryland before that.
Mhm.
I think he got overhyped a little bit. That's what, or is being overhyped a little bit.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't see him starting. And maybe I'm wrong. I see Halsey starting next to Gilbert. Those are your two safeties. And unless Gilbert's injury, I do think Gilbert will be improved from last year. Because of that shoulder injury, he was obviously hesitant to really stick his nose in on tackles last year. But now he's got somebody nipping at his heels. I think Gilbert's longer. I think he's a little bit more athletic. But Cooley is a great.
Like you said,
he's gonna
I
play.
mean,
He's gonna play.
yeah, it's like you just got so many options.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They've rebuilt the secondary,
It was a point of emphasis in the transfer portal.
and they did a good job. I mean,
And you
they
know
hit
how
it.
they got Halsey? Dollars. And that's why our sponsor today is Bayou Traditions. Go on and
Yeah,
donate your $10 a month. Small time donations go a long way, guys.
they do. Ask Ole Miss.
So the transfer portal haul, just those 5 guys, then the guys you have returning. And then we haven't even talked about the biggest name in the room, that gets all the media attention, freshman, incomer, DJ Pickett.
Yeah. I mean, I hope he plays. I don't know if he'll play much in the Clemson game, but I think he'll probably play special teams. Um,
6'5",
Listen, if he's the
195.
best player, you got to play him. I always say that. You know, if they're younger and they're even, play the younger guy.
Yeah, I think he's a year away. Um,
You
I,
could see it though. Like you look at him and I
yeah,
don't know. I don't think Pat P was a starter day one. I think it took him
he
about
was.
six.
No,
He
he
was a starter.
was.
Was he?
That Appalachian State game, I remember he made a play, and
Yeah,
I'm
that was
like,
a year.
holy!
That was that one year I missed.
I was like, whole yeah, you were in boot camp.
Yeah, it
I
was.
that was the moment at 10 a.m. in the morning, sweating my ass off, and like seeing him on the field. I'm like, that dude looks like a freaking man.
It must have been such a strange game to be at.
Well, college
Well,
roommate, friend of ours, friend of the program, shout out Carson. Me and him decided to stay up all night
oh
that
yeah, you
night.
told me that. Yeah, yeah.
And so our
Yes.
we drank the entire night, decided to stay up. The heat hit us. I mean, it was 100 degrees and it just got hotter as the game went on. And I think I walked home at halftime.
Yeah, because you were up by a lot already by that point. But you remember, like they were a good team, App State at the
Yeah.
time. And they were coming off a national championship.
Yeah. But
So
DJ
wait,
Pickett, I think he's competing with Jackson for that, second team position. Who's going to be the fourth cornerback? And I just, there's is he going to be physically, he's better than PJ Woodland, but PJ Woodland's kind of proven a little bit on the field. And he's had a good fall camp. And then Stamps is a returning starter. You brought Delaney in here to start, and he's had the best fall camp of any corner, supposedly. Um, I don't know where Pickett really fits in. I don't know if he plays significantly against Clemson, but see how he does against La Tech. See how he does against Southeastern.
you need to
I,
play those guys. We need to get them reps. You need
I
to. That's gonna be a big deal.
it's going to be somewhere between, is he spoon fed like Deshaun Spears was last year, or is he just going to take over at some point?
I hope he does. I hope he does. I hope they give him a chance. I think that. I mean, I'm not saying Sean Spears looked ready because he looked a little lost last year when he was out there, but would have liked to see him get more time on the field. You know, and I do. I think he'll be a good. Listen. The players, when you talk to the players, they say Deshaun Spears is unreal,
Yeah.
and that's just the interviews I hear from them. When they ask you like what guy stands out, they're like Deshaun Spears stands out.
Well, that's the thing that's why I don't know if Pickett's going to play significantly. I think he's going to play like Spears did last year, where they spoon fed him. They put him in safe situations, but when the game was on the line, he was never on the field. I see a similar situation.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, I don't think Kelly's going to play the younger guy. I mean, he hasn't
No,
shown that he does that.
unless he absolutely has to. Will
Yeah,
Campbell, Emory Jones.
yeah,
He
no, yeah.
he has been very hesitant to play younger guys in big spots. And you don't have to, because you have all this experience here. Is there any other freshmen of note? I mean, you got Aiden Anding, Jacob Bradford, Jace Thomas, CJ Jim Coyley. I have no idea if
Well,
I'm saying that right.
yeah, Jim Coley. Yeah, he said it right. I think he's
Um,
from Tennessee, huh?
yeah, from Nashville, Tennessee. Big
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, like a 4.0 student. He
And then
was his other
there's
school was Stanford.
Michael Turner, the kind of these are the returners that weren't really of
I've
note.
heard Michael Turner's had a good camp. I mean,
Austin Osbury.
I think Michael Turner's just lightning fast.
Yeah. Michael Turner, Austin Osbury, Wallace Foster, and Joel Rogers.
They said Joel was pretty good last year.
I think those guys are just kind of lost in the shuffle right now with all these additions.
Yeah.
So besides the returners that we named, the 5 transfer portal guys, and Pickett, the rest of these guys I don't really see playing significant. It'll be fun to see these guys play against La Tech, Southeastern, Western Kentucky late in the year. But as far as SEC games, I think the experience that you have It's just going to be really hard for those guys to break
This
free.
is when was the last time we talked about a defense like this with corners? Like, I mean, dude, I mean, 2019. I mean, you're playing. What was the one that Nathan liked so much? 31.
Cam Lewis.
Yeah, I mean, you literally played him in massive spots against Alabama.
Yeah, he gave up what that Hail Mary right before half against Florida in
Yeah, I mean,
2020.
Cam Lewis was loved LSU, and then he recovered a fumble against Alabama. Should have beat him that year in 2021. But I love Cam Lewis. But like, this is about as good as the secondary has been in a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
A
you're
very
starting. Let's look at just your starting. Who I project to be the starting five is Delaney, Stamps on the edge, Harold Perkins at star, and then Gilbert and Halsey as your safeties. Then that makes your second team, your two corners, PJ Woodland, who's going to probably play your nickel corner when it's passing third downs. PJ Woodland, then your other corner is going to either going to be Jakeem Jackson or DJ Pickett. Then your safeties on that second team are Cooley and then Spears, Toviano. There's all kinds of different
I
ways
think
you can mix
all
and
those
match.
guys are going to play, man. I think they're going to, and you got options, like you said. It's
Yeah.
just, it's a good thing to have. It's a problem. It's a good problem, though.
I don't think there's anybody besides Harold Perkins. I think Harold Perkins is your superstar. And, he's going to be playing a position that's not his natural position, but a place that he can cause havoc and kind of be a little bit freer.
Hmm.
Um, he's your superstar. I don't know if you have another superstar right now, but you're just loaded to the brim with depth.
Yeah. I think you got guys that could be all SEC, some all SEC guys. I'm not maybe not first team, but I think I think Delaney could find himself on the second team. I think if Halsey has a year that I think he could have, he could move up there. I'm trying to think who are the stud safeties in the conference. I think it might be a little weak at safety.
Yeah, I'd have to pull up the first team. All
The
it's
white
so
the white guy from Texas. I
I hate that
mean,
guy.
I actually like him. You like him, the cowboy.
He had a great personal foul face mask on Scattaboo. That was
He
the only
did.
way he was bringing them down. Otherwise, they lose that game.
Yep.
So we've gone over tonight. So I did hate. I want to. That pretty much covers everything with the secondary.
Hmm.
I have a trivia question I want to hit you with,
What's
Chip.
up?
Saw this on the Twitter machine today. Who is the only Power Five or now Power Four team that has never? What is the only Power Five school that has never been ranked in the preseason top 25 AP poll?
Okay, give me 25 seconds. Let's see.
Do 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 do.
I mean, is it the beginning of the season, the top
Yes.
25 ball? It's got to
So
be Vandy's never been ranked.
well, that's what I was going to be. My hint was don't think too long and hard about this because you'll overthink it. The correct
Yeah.
answer is the Vanderbilt Commodores.
Okay.
They have
Yeah, because
never been ranked in the top 25 AP poll to start the season.
dude, they didn't make a bowl from like 83 to like 2000 and like 9 or 8. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Tomorrow night, I want to hit back on because Josh Pate released his top quarterbacks in the SEC.
Dude, I don't
We're
take
doing
that guy
college football,
serious. I don't
and
take that guy serious.
Nussmeier's not in the top five. Get the fuck out of here.
That dude's
And I had one note from
I
last
I
night.
got one thing to fuck Josh Pate. Like I cannot stand fucking Josh Pate. Dude's a
Uh,
freaking sellout. He's a fucking Bama. Fucking. I'm sorry. I just got. He irritates me. I'm sure he's a nice guy. He looks like a.
he's probably not a nice guy. Let's be honest. He looks
Yeah, he looks like a
conceited and full of
fuck.
himself.
Yeah, you're not gonna put fucking Nussmeier on there. Fucking look like a fucking penis. Fucking.
Anyway, next topic. We'll talk about that tomorrow night.
I hate
Uh,
Josh Pate. I'm sorry. You brought that to. You know
and
how I feel
so
about that guy.
I went and looked something up because it was something I mentioned last night. So in the prior to COVID changing the world in 2020, to open the season, we were opening the season with UTSA at home, followed by Texas at home. And then on September 19th, we were supposed to travel to Houston and play
Wow.
Rice game 3. So it wasn't a season opener like I thought, but it was on the schedule to travel to Houston to play Rice.
What
Greatest scheduler in college football, Verge Osbury.
Oh, Verge. And he didn't even get his good son.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Anything else you want to take us out with here tonight?
no, I wish you. Now I'm gonna be pissed off all night thinking about Josh Payne. I just like I don't even listen to that dude, and it's just you're not gonna put Nuss Myers. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Let me guess. He picked the top 5 of out of all college football or the SEC.
Yes, he's got like Lagway number 1.
Of course. Oh yeah. Okay.
I
I was gonna guess that. Lagway number 1. He's probably
Sellers
got
is up there.
Diego Pava number 5. Like he's always got
Uh,
like these hot takes. He's a Bama boy. And he's not. He didn't grow up a Bama fan. He married some Bama girl. And now he's a huge Bama fan, and they could do nothing wrong. I can't stand that dude.
I
And he
need to
don't own his
screenshot
shit. He
the
doesn't own his shit. He's a douche. I hate him.
it's only listed the top 4. It was Lagway, Mateer from Oklahoma, Klubnik, and then Sellers.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah.
It was like meant
Terrible.
to be, hey guys, I want y'all, I'm gonna piss people off and put
He did that to get us to talk about it. So yeah, you're
yeah,
right. We got to
he's
ignore
winning.
it.
Yeah, yeah. Hope he falls on his face. I hate that dude. Anyways,
All right. We'll be back tomorrow night.
yeah.
Linebackers. You want to go linebackers or D line tomorrow night?
I mean linebackers, let's go down.
Okay. Linebackers tomorrow.
Yeah.